Break the simulation and the internet with me with wild and sublime thought experiments like starting off with debunking info that I agree with. That's right, I commonly see ideas I agree with, but the supporting reasons are trash. Moving on. Investigating thoughts like, why all the talk of living on the moon, Mars, and other places? If they were serious, you would think that they would start with trying to build underwater domes and live underwater, especially since some people are already doing it and it seems to lengthen your telomeres. I mean, think about the cost. You'd have to build domes anyway and transport all of that to Mars. Rocket ships, fuel, whatever goes into all that story. Anyway, because of ocean life and the resources we have here and the minerals and things that are actually in the ocean, you probably could convert it to free energy. Unless USOs or some other breakaway civ just didn't want us there. Speaking of breakaway civilizations, have there been 3 exact copy and paste Andrew Dawson giant cover-up stories on social media? Some sort of PSYOP campaign or preconditioning maybe? Random thought that connects back with water later, like rust, technically corrosion, is the mold of the meta world. Like some sort of natural process of being unmade by man, unmanufacturing itself. Plus there's the cool link. In Spanish, the word mojo means mildew and rust. Plus rust can be caused by mold, aside from just acting like mold. And mold can also be caused by water. Diving right back into water, which is what the earth is made mostly out of, does the earth grow? There's actually a theory called the expanding earth theory, and it's the idea that everything here on earth grows, whether you're talking about an egg or people or animals or plants or fruit or anything that grows here on earth grows. So why not the idea that the earth grows too? Though I think some would like to have us believe it's shrinking. The way the lore into the smart city is happening, it kind of reminds me when I glance into the future of when I look back at the past of looking at the orphan train era and all these confused people not really sure where they are or what they're living in. So does that mean we're the predecessor version and we'll be rounded up into the new old world, new world smart cities? All this digital dystopia and the effects of it kind of makes you want to escape and think about thoughts like the ice wall and what might be beyond it. Or the fact that the ice wall might actually rotate and is circular kind of based on the stars and the rotating of the planetarium above us, and at certain times there are cracks that you can get through to the worlds beyond. Back to the breakaway civilization concept. Lots of ancient texts depict totally different worlds with totally different creatures, sizes of everything, like a completely different world. If that's not beyond the ice wall, maybe we've already been lured into one of these things, and that's why this world is so different than all of our ancient texts. Again, this is just a for entertainment thought experiment, so keep flowing. Let's further expand the thought that they want the gray alien model to be the future humanoid model. Hairless, short, weak, sedentary, no muscle, radioactive, tech-grade automatons. Basically like just brain beings bred to just function as a brain, an organic suit for a brain activity. Kind of like Krang from the Ninja Turtles. Why not infuse that with some OI or AI? Demonoid hybrid being. Beings that are just powerful brains with telekinesis powers. Kind of actually does sound like demons the more I think about it. Or certain kinds at least, the disembodied soul brain type that wants to harvest all your energy and radio frequency like sends you bad signals all day so you feeling like... Anyways, this is where the experiment gets interesting now. Let's combine the underwater thought with the gray alien thought, and do you get an octopus? These supremely highly intelligent beings are literally thought to be aliens from another planet by some scientists. They've been known for escaping from sealed jars by opening them with their tentacles, solving puzzles, frequently outsmarting captors, and they've even broke their way out of aquariums and made their way back into the ocean. They've been known to shoot water jets to shut off light switches. They have mimicry ability to change colors with flashing patterns and shapeshift. And each tentacle has its own consciousness to go along with its 3 hearts and 9 brains and double memory system. So, yeah. What was Organism 46B in Antarctica anyway? Some sort of super version of one of these things. And having been in the presence of one of these octopus beings before, I did feel a high intelligence crafty power at work. Some sort of mind being. So maybe it's not just dolphins that have some form of sentience, or maybe more than what they seem. Speaking of, do you know about SOFAR? It's the underwater internet that dolphins and whales use to communicate, and they can send signals for miles. Thousands of miles, actually. So many mysteries the oceans hold. Speaking of water, life super mysterious and also possibly sentient element, gives life and destroys, and a whole other experiment we could do on this topic alone, but we'll close with an ancient reset scenario legend of the world being destroyed once by fire and once by water. If you look at both Nephilim incursions, you'll see the first time they were messing with the gene pool, it was creating flesh beings, which is why the world was destroyed by water. A theory I had was one of the reasons the world would be destroyed by fire the second time, if you think about it, is because these same parasitic consciousnesses are going to interface through robots, kind of like the Transformers, so the world will be destroyed by fire, to save it and start it over. Unless the AI robots create something that destroys them, kind of like we did to God, and the cycle continues. Or robots' weakness is plastic. Yeah, it's not just plastic clouds, there's plastic rocks too. Plastic everything. Plastic intelligence terraforming and taking over the world. The irony that would be if plastic was the thing that saved us from the AI robotic intelligence. Or the thing they created. Or maybe octopuses will come to the rescue. Or... Alright, this is getting out of control. Stay out of strange waters till I see you next time.